to our culture. So out of the 10 emails I send in a month to all of you, 9 of them are related to culture, different parts of it. We deliberately talk about culture a lot because everything that we want, all the expectations we have, all the numbers we look at, all those results we share on a daily basis are emerging properties of culture. So if we, all of us, share the same values at the same level and truly exercise them at necessary levels, results will manifest the implementation of these values. Does that make sense? We talk about it a lot. And we are very deliberate in building a culture that we want. Every organization has a culture. They may not even talk about it. They may not even know it. But every organization, like every country, has a culture. We have our own. I'm not saying our culture is the best. I'm not even saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's ours. Anyone who comes here and wants to become successful, they need to embrace our values. And again, I'm not saying these are great values, but they're ours. Right? So it's important to understand these values, make sure we live them, we behave them, we share them, and we make it a part of everything that we do. So we have lots of components to our culture, lots. But I want to focus on just a few today. One is accountability. So you hear this a lot. And again, these are very common words. So if you look up the term accountability in the dictionary, it has one single definition. But the way we look at accountability is ownership. You know how I bring up the term be the CEO of your position? What that means is that you are totally, fully in charge of your responsibilities. But if you don't do your job, if you don't execute, guess what? Because we have an accountable culture, somebody's going to become accountable for you. Because we cannot let things slip. And you could have a million fantastic reasons how the world does not let you get the job done. And half of them are probably legitimate. But we have to get the job done. So empower people around you to be accountable, to be responsible, and to own it. To own the result. And hold people accountable for that result. Does that make sense? Accountability is huge. Every time I talk to somebody about an objective, the first thing they say, well, I can't do this because I'm waiting for admissions to do this and student finance to do that and career services to do that and by the way, I'm not feeling good today. Well, doesn't matter. If admissions is not doing their part, if financial aid is not doing their part, if career services is not, you do your part. And you do their part. You do everybody's part to get the job done. Right? Because you can always blame somebody legitimately because there are people around you that are not doing what they're supposed to. You get it done. Own it. Does that make sense? I am telling you, most of you, because you're here, who become successful at IEC, you learn how to navigate through turbulent times. You take ownership, you get things done. If a policy, if a procedure doesn't make sense, speak up. If it's in your area, you're the subject matter expert. Don't just say, well, that acronym Fardad, he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't make good decisions. He's stupid, low IQ. How did he become CEO? He should be OEC. Tell me, teach me. I always ask for your advice on every call and every meeting. You know why? Because I'm not as smart as I should be. But I know all of you are. So help me. Right? This is the kind of culture we have. We have the kind of culture that allows you to speak up and speak out. I have never, ever turned away someone who comes and says, we can do this better, can I improve it? I said, God, thank you. Do it. Do it. What's the worst that can happen? It will fail. Right? It doesn't get any worse than failure, right? But we've tried something. You know, we are a culture that waiting and hoping and praying for something to get better, we kind of realize that doesn't work. It's therapeutic, you know? You kind of pray, you know, you wait and you hope for something to get better. But my experience doesn't usually work. If you want to change things, you need to take action. You have to do something. No matter what it is, just take action. Do something. An action-oriented organization is always a successful organization because you continue to step forward. Out of the 100 things you try, you only need to make 2 of them work. That's 2 things you've improved that weren't good before. Does that make sense? Yes. Accountability is very important. And as obvious as it is, whenever something comes up, somebody says, well, I was waiting for Sanjay to tell Amelia, to tell Darcy, to tell Shukri, to tell Fardad, and I haven't gotten the email from the acronym yet. Get it done. Get it done. Regardless of how hard it is, figure it out. Ask for resources. Ask for tools. We are very helpful people. And I have to tell you, there have been so many times people come to me and say, I think we should do this. And you know, in my head, I'm thinking, there is no way in hell this is going to work. I swear, it happens so often. But I said, you know, that's my experience. Because we're all products of our memories and experiences, right? You know, the person I am today, I became this person because of all of my experiences and memories. And some of them may have been the wrong ones. So I have these opinions that may be very faulty. So when somebody comes and says, I want to do something, in my head I'm thinking, I've never seen that work. But you know what? I don't say that. I say, go for it. And I have to tell you, 8 out of 10 times, I'm proven wrong. Somebody who does something, if they have conviction, and if they have passion, and if they have resolve, they will execute and get it done. And many of you in this room are exactly those people who've done that, many, many times.